Yeah. We've talked a lot about what can make for bad sex. And I'm not talking about unpleasant sexual experiences. I'm talking about sex, a bad thing in a person's life. I would love to know, Latina, with all of your experience, what are the things that you think uh, make sex good? What are the things that turn it into something healthy? How does a person enter into a sexual relationship or approach sex in a way that is what you feel it's supposed to be?
That is such a good question, and the answer is not a monogamous relationship.
Hmm.
So
You heard it here
that
first. Latina thinks that you shouldn't be in monogamous relationships.
I think that is a vital component, but right, it's that attunement. So if we start at the bottom of that intimacy pyramid, right, I'm being honest. I am baring my belly to you in all areas of
Quite
my life.
literally.
Yep. And once you've had twins and a C-section, let me tell you, that's a thing. I have twins. Sorry.
And twins.
Yes. And so it's a terrible joke. Women probably think that's way funnier than men ever will. But
I want to
it's
jump in real quick and say, by the way, as a husband who married, and Pete can maybe talk to this too, as a husband of a woman who has had two children and her body definitely changed. All the changes, I love them so much because they're proof of what we've gone through. She carried two children and they exist because of the work that she did, the work her body did, and like the stretch marks and the flabs and this. Oh, I love it so much because it's
why
her.
is that, Taylor? It's her, and what is and you say that means something, right? Those
It's
are
proof of what we've gone through together. It's the proof of our relationship. It's a reminder of the life that we built together. And I think that men and women both have to sacrifice to make relationships work, and men and women both have to sacrifice to make parenthood work. And the sacrifice that women make for it by default includes a physical component. And if granted, that's if you're able to conceive and carry to term and all these things. But for me and my wife, the way I look at her is it's like a shrine to the power. It's like she made life. I was there. I helped in the process, but she did the heavy lifting. And the idea of, I don't know. I love it. I kind of think it's hot. Not in like, I look at like flabby bellies that have had babies. I'm like, oh, look at those stretch marks. Ooh. But with my wife specifically and explicitly, I love it because it's part of her and it tells me the story that we're sharing together. I love it. I don't know if that answers your question, but
well, that describes what healthy sexuality, then part
hmm.
of a huge part of what
Yay!
sexuality is,
Healthy
Got
right?
an
sex.
A plus, Taylor. You got the answer right.
Nailed it.
But I mean, is he wrong, Pete? You're a therapist.
Well,
If
it reminds me of something my brother said. I was talking about it was before I was married, and he had been married for 4 or 5 years. He's my older brother, and I said, like, so you always go for like this type of woman, and talking about his wife, her body type, and he goes, well, it's more like my preference has changed over the last 5 years, and now everything that she is, I start to prefer that.
Mm,
Yes.
I was
Super
like,
yes.
it's
oh,
awesome.
that's really interesting.
It's one of those things where like if I'm out in public, I can acknowledge a beautiful woman and I can acknowledge, that I am still
So
a
can
human
I.
being. Totally, right? Like you
Yeah.
see a good looking person and you catalog them as you are hot. You got nice parts of your body that my eye is drawn to. And I can recognize that as a beautiful thing without being like, oh, I wonder what it looks like.
Right. Well,
But
your brain
having said
stops
that,
there.
yeah, my brain stops there, right? But I think about like if I sometimes like, what would I do if this woman hit on me? Because men are stupid and like to think about things like that. And every time I get such this strong feeling of like, oh, but she's not my wife. Why would I ever want like the setting aside like pure physicality, the idea that I would risk the relationship I have with the woman who has made every single one of my dreams come true, the woman who I can look at in the morning and smile, who knows all of our inside jokes, who can make me so mad sometimes and who can make me laugh harder than anybody. The idea that I would risk any of that because someone has a nice butt is ridiculous to me because they're not my wife. Therefore, they're not what I want. My wife, everything about her, all the everything, that's what I want. And if you are not that, please, no, thank you.